I think businesses should learn how not to be platform dependent, and they should learn how to be customer dependent. It's what we're just doing. We're prioritizing events, webinars, and stuff like that, because we know creators love events and webinars, workshops. We're prioritizing that, and that was literally how we like grew to like that level. So when you know what your people love, double down on that. When you know like the right metrics to like the right needle to like move, and what's like your people are more receptive to, double down on that. You can market with zero budget, but you will still need money to like do things, man. Like you will, no matter how little it is, right? There is literally no zero budget marketing. You can say that, okay, yes, we'll just post on social media, do some strategies and stuff like that. But won't you pay your designers? You're gonna pay your designers, right? No.
Hi.
Hello.
What does your name mean? Your name is Tutu.
Yeah. So it's Milton Tutu, but Milton is Hamilton. Hamilton means greatness on the hilltop. Tutu is like double blessings. So.
You're Nigerian.
Yes,
You're in Hamilton.
Apparently.
That is the whitest thing ever. I've never... Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton.
Do you guys know any Hamilton? Do you know any? I don't think you know any Hamilton.
I mean, it's a thing we reverse people. We like lots of English names.
I was literally at a comedy club last night, and they said, which state in Nigeria has the weirdest names? And Rivers came up. I'm talking about last night. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Nigeria.
Thank you.
How has your stay been so far? By the way, Hamilton. Milton, sorry. He prefers Milton. So Milton stays in Kenya. He lives in Kenya. He works in Kenya, and probably will make babies in Kenya.
Oh, wow.
So you have been in Nigeria since how long?
For like 3 weeks now.
How many states have you been in?
I've been to like 4.
4.
Yeah.
And compare the last time you were in Nigeria versus today.
Don't do that to me.
I'm doing that to you. Let's go there.
I believe that like we have so much potential. Like Nigeria as a whole has so much potential, but we need the government to work with us. And we also need to like work with the government as well, because it's like a two-way thing, right? While the government are doing their bits, if they ever get to do their bits, we also like need to meet them halfway to do their bits. So I don't know if that answers the question, because I'm going to give you a very political answer right now.
That is what you just did. Tell me, climate. Okay, where you stay, you might not be experiencing power outage. I don't even experience as much power outage anymore. But in other areas, have you gone out to get something, or you've just doing room service?
Mostly home service. I even like when I'm in East Africa, I rarely go out actually.
So you're not even gone for like tour. I know you're raised here, but to go breathe in the sea, breathe.
Funny, I haven't been to the beach yet. I hope I get to do that before I leave. But I mean, I'm born and brought up in Nigeria, so I really don't see why I should tour my country. I said this. You have to, before you can really say you're Nigerian. Can you really say you're Nigerian if you have not toured your country? I've been to over 20 states in Nigeria.
When you went to those states, what did you do there?
I toured when I was in Nigeria. I did all of those things.
You toured?
Yeah,
you went to the tourist destinations?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I've been to a lot of places in Nigeria. Trust me.
Okay, I give you a pass.
All the geopolitical zones I've been there.
All right. Before we talk about what we have to talk about today, that is marketing, right? You have a company. And I started my company, but you're looking at it, you're looking at the numbers, you're looking at everything, you're saying there's something missing, right? There's something missing. There's something I'm not doing market wise. I mentioned you need to hack the market, and you say you don't like the word hack. So I'm going to stay away from the word hack. I respect people's opinions. So we're not going to talk about hacking, but we're going to talk about some tips.
Yeah.
You can implement in your startup, in your business, to grow.
Yeah.
Marketing tips. But before we do that, I want to play a little game with you, ready?
Sure.
All right. So this is you're in an elevator. Let's say you went for something in Eco Hotels and Suites. And weirdly enough, you see Bill Gates in the elevator.
Yeah.
It's just the two of you, and you want to pitch him something in 30 seconds before you hear the ding of the elevator doors.
Yeah.
Give me a 30-second pitch.
Oh wow, don't do that to me. Okay. I think what I'm going to tell Bill Gates is we can help you.
Bill Gates.
Oh, Bill Gates. Okay. I mean, they own like a foundation, so we can help you get over 50,000 youth in Africa jobs through your foundation.
How?
Through Blurb, right? Our platform, what we do is we connect businesses in Africa to, talents in Africa that are looking for job opportunities. And we train these talents to actually be world class and compete on a global scale. Since the organization is actually looking to invest more in Africa and get more people more jobs, I think that's a good one.
As Bill Gates, I will speak with Melinda Gates. Okay, another Gary will be in the program, but let's just talk about marketing tips. First of all, what do you think is a huge mistake that startups make marketing-wise that's actually poking holes in their buckets?
Yeah. So first thing, they think marketing is magic. Right. They think if you just throw money on ads and customers will start running to you and stuff like that, if you just boost a post and you're going to get 10,000 customers in 2 days. Marketing is not. Marketing is work. Marketing is hard work. It's like a strategic process of not just creating awareness for your business, but converting that awareness and actually retaining that awareness that you've already converted. But most people focus on the top end of the funnel, post on social media. We're going to get customers and stuff like that. But that's not, marketing is much. It takes time. But people are trying to rush the whole process and thinking, oh, let me hire a marketing expert and in 1 month I'm going to get results. And if they don't get a result, they sack the marketing expert saying that marketing doesn't work. But you need to learn how to be patient with marketing because at the long run, you're going to start seeing the results of it.
So if I put money behind my post, it's not going to give me the numbers.
I mean, if you're very good with running ads and stuff like that, you can do that, but that's a short-term strategy. And I wouldn't want people to see things like social media marketing as a standalone and SEO as a standalone or organic and traditional marketing as a standalone. It's all a full-blown strategy that you need to put together. When you are boosting that post, what are all the other things that you're doing to support boosting that post? Because when you boost your post and run ads there, customers, they will need to come and check out your content. So how are you doing well with content marketing? They will also go to Google to check you out. So how are you doing well with SEO and stuff like that? They might even search for your company name. How are you doing with PR and advertising? All of those, being on media platforms and all of those things. So don't just see, all of these things as a standalone. It's part of a bigger goal. And the question is, what's that bigger goal for you? And how do you plan on getting to that goal?
Okay, let's just dive right into the tips, right? I'm using the word tips because...
So the reason why I don't like the word hacks is people think it's magic.
Oh,
exactly.
Okay.
When it's not.
Okay, so let's stick to the word tips. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I have a business. I have a startup. And I'm linking people to where trees. I'm linking people to where trees are. Yeah. Trees that have money growing on them. So I can show you the location of those trees. Mm-hmm. And I have my startup. I want people to actually buy into what I'm selling, right? Yeah. Let me know some tips that I can put into my startup to make me grow. Some marketing tips.
Awesome. So I think the first thing first is what you're selling or use your product or service. Is there a need? Is it a must to have?
That is a very good question.
Is there a need? Is it a must to have or is it a nice to have? Is it a painkiller or is it a multivitamin, right? These are things that you need to think about because people start businesses because, I'm passionate about this. Yes, but is the market passionate about what you're doing as well? When it comes to the grand scheme of things, first of all, I respect people's passion, but when it comes to the grand scheme of things, your passion is insignificant to the market. What's most important is actually what the market wants. So if you've hacked that's the first thing. Second thing is how exactly can you get to the markets? And that's why I actually tell businesses spend time doing market research, right? Don't just start up a business, open an Instagram page and I've opened business so you guys come and buy. Have you done your market research? Yes, there is a market need. Okay, where are these customers located? Where can you find these customers? Are they on social media? Are they off social media? If they are off social media, where are they? Are they in Lekki or are they at on the mainland? If they're on the mainland, where exactly do this in on the mainland? Is it Ikeja? Right? All of these questions. What do they love? Right? Just taking time to do your research about your customer will actually give you a head start. After that, how exactly can you get to your customers? what did they listen to? Are they a DSTV person, or did they listen to radio, or are they on social media? Whatever channel that they listen to or that they actually like engage on, find ways to actually get to your customers through that channel. What people are doing is they don't do their market research. They don't know where their customers are located, and they just start doing marketing. They are trying to be everywhere. If you're trying to be everywhere, you'll be nowhere. But when you know exactly where these guys are located, your marketing message will be focused. So for instance, if my customers are on TikTok, what am I doing dancing on Instagram? Why am I on Twitter? Why am I like giving most attention on Twitter? If my customers are always like searching stuff, queries on like Google, right? Asking questions on Google, why am I spending my time trying to dance on TikTok? I'm going to focus on actually creating like, optimized SEO articles and stuff like that, just so that I can meet them exactly where they are. So also meet your customers where they are. And lastly, while you're trying to create the whole awareness, think about retention. Because most businesses these days, they create amazing awareness, get customers come into the funnel, right? But down the line, customers start to churn. Churn meaning customer will start to leave you to like some other businesses or using some other services. How can you retain these customers that you're also thinking about like their lifetime value? Meaning, how much can I make from this exact customer before they eventually leave me in like the next 1 year, right? So these are things that you need to start thinking about.
I was about to ask you what platform to prioritize, but you've just told me you've answered the question. You have to find out. So you said market research, right?
Yeah.
How is a typical market research done?
Okay.
Because you can tell me, oh, no way. How do I go about knowing where my customer? How go take know where they live?
Yeah. So there is no one cut process to like market research. It's more about asking the right questions and being curious about like your customers and where they are exactly, right? For instance, let me just give a typical example. So when I was serving my NYC, I was doing my campaign in Benue State, right? And they gave us a book. It's titled Nigerian Startups and How They Started. Story about like Florida Wave and like some other business. I'm a startup guy. I love it. And I was really passionate about startup then. So I was reading it. I took a picture, posted on my WhatsApp status, and I had like a huge audience then on WhatsApp. And people were like, oh my God, I need this book. Oh, how can I get this book? And I'm like, okay. So I called the guy that gave us the book. I was like, gee, how much is this book? I know that NYC paid for it, but I want to like find out like the market price. So he told me, okay, it's like 2,000. I'm like, okay, I want to get this amount of copies for you for 1,000 naira, right? I told these other guys that, see, I can get it for you, but you're going to get it for like 3,500 naira from me. I'm like, yes, I'm down. So I bought like over like 100, 200 copies. When I was leaving Benue, I carried like a huge bag. I went back to like my home state, Port Harcourt, and started dispatching to these guys. So you see the questions that people were asking me, like, oh, how can I get this book? That is still like a market research. Like the questions that people are asking you, there is money in those questions, but how can you make money from those questions as well, right? And also just knowing where your customers are located, using like different tools out there to like just, do like a proper research. So there's like no one cut strategy, but the best strategy is like being curious about like your customers and the problem that you want to solve.
Okay, let's talk about marketing with zero budget.
Yeah.
Is it a thing? Can it be done?
Yes and no. Yes, if you've built like a brand and an audience and a platform, you can market with zero budget. But you will still need money to like do things, man. Like you will, no matter how little it is, right? There is literally no zero budget marketing. You can say that, okay, yes, we just post on social media, do some strategies and stuff like that. But won't you pay your designers? You're gonna pay your designers, right?
No, pay with them. I know you. You're my person.
I mean, you're going to pay your designers. If you want to post on social media, won't you buy data, right, to like do all of those things, right? True. So there is literally no zero budget marketing. It's just you being smart on how you use your money.
So, say I have a very small team.
Yeah.
And we have small budget.
Yeah.
And you said we should prioritize the platform that works for us.
Yeah.
You've talked about how I can know the questions that people will ask me, how there's money there, but how do I then know the platform that works? Is it if I post something on Instagram today and it does well and it doesn't do well on Facebook, does that mean that it won't do well on Facebook tomorrow?
So, I think businesses should learn how not to be platform dependent, and they should learn how to be customer dependent. Meaning, if you have like a small team, tiny marketing budget, and you want to be really smart about like your marketing, I think it's prioritizing where your customers are located. just like I said earlier on, like prioritizing that, meaning if my customers are more on Google, right, then I should actually like prioritize that channel as much as I can. If they are more on like Instagram, I should prioritize that channel as much as I can and use my budget to like, feed into that channel. And even that channel can just be like a supporting channel. But that like you have like, so we have like something called growth channels in marketing. So we have like a primary growth channel and we have like a secondary growth channel, right? So your primary growth channels are like, that is the channel where your customers like spend most of their time on. So you focus on that channel and like milk it as much as you can. The secondary like growth channels are like supporting channels that you just use like support your marketing. Another example, when we first like early days of Seller, the year when we grew to like over 20,000 creators in Africa, that whole year we spent like not up to 1,500 USD on ads or like in marketing. That was like a whole marketing for like the whole year. So most of the things that we're doing, they were like, we're not running ads. What we're just doing, we're prioritizing events, webinars and stuff like that, because we know creators love events and webinars, workshops. We're prioritizing that, and that was literally how we like grew to like that level. So when you know what your people love, double down on that. When you know like the right metrics to like the right needle to like move and what's like your people are more receptive to, double down on that. If they love events, give them events. If they love entertainment on TikTok and stuff like that, give that to them. But just know where your people are located first, then focus on that channel instead of like just spreading yourself too thin.
Is there anything that people are doing regularly to grow their platforms that might be hurting their brand?
Yes, they are trying to beat the algorithm.
How do you mean?
Algorithm meaning algorithm on social media, Instagram algorithm, Twitter algorithm.
How are they trying to beat it?
Whenever they come up with like a new update, Mark Zuckerberg and the rest will be like, oh yes, this is the new thing. People want to like start going to like do those new things, which is great. But the thing with this platform is there are humans on those platforms. And one thing humans love is entertainment, engagement, content. Focus more on content than trying to beat the algorithm. If you like have like a solid content, right? You really don't, the algorithm wouldn't do so much on you. Second thing is they are building their house on a rented land. So there is something called in internet marketing, meaning that you shouldn't build your house on a rented land, right? That means you shouldn't just build all your business on Instagram and Twitter or all of these platforms. What if tomorrow they ban your account or some haters stay in one room and all of them report your account and stuff like that?
Say I used to have 10,000 followers.
I used to be rich before it's not rich again, right? So try to build something outside social media, meaning how can you like have your own email list? How can you have your own website, right? How can you, get them like in like other channels and stuff like that? But email list is like the most important thing. Like email on the internet is oil, right? How can you like milk that oil? So you have like 10,000 followers, fine. How can you just at least get 10% of the emails of those 10,000 followers, right? Using things like lead magnets and stuff like that, right? And anyone that like follows you, how can you even put them into a funnel that they can be part of your email list? Because tomorrow, if the other day was it Instagram or Twitter that was down and stuff like that, if these platforms go down and maybe the US law brings like just enforce a law and like, okay, you know what, no more, that means your business is no more, right? So you need to find smart ways to do it.
And those who are domiciled on the offline market, they say they don't want to ever go online. I know someone who said that.
Yeah.
How can they thrive without, do you think they can thrive without the internet?
So the internet is here to help us, not to like take people's businesses away, right? Yes, they can thrive outside of there is so much money to be made offline. Really. Millennials, Gen Z, they spend so much time on like their phones thinking that like that's the start and end of. There's so much money. I know people making a lot of money and they don't have like a social media like platform or like profile. It's still like,
please show me the way.
It's still all about like still like creating like a market need and trying to like find ways like meet customers where they are. I think we should start having more traditional businesses, right, than tech, quote unquote, in the common sense of it, and traditional businesses that are tech enabled, right? I think that should be the next focus, like in the ecosystem and stuff like that. Yes, people.
Do you have some examples?
Some examples of
traditional businesses that can be tech enabled and that can thrive offline.
Yes, I mean there are a couple of them, right? Off the top of my head right now, I mean I don't know if you know Costaris, right?
I do.
Yes, so Amazing stuff that they're doing. It's a traditional business, but they're using like social media and all of these things to like amplify their message, right? Even like your phone, right? Your cell phone. This is a traditional business. Literally, it's a traditional business. You want to buy phone, I will sell phone to you. It's that simple, right? You want to buy clothes and accessories and stuff like that. There are traditional businesses that like do all of those things, but they are trying to like, use tech to like amplify. I don't know if you know Child Deck.
I do.
Amazing. Chicken Republic is a
traditional. But Child Deck is not a traditional business.
I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
Awesome. So Chicken Republic is it's like a traditional business. It's not a tech enabled thing.
It is not.
But Child Deck, they are bringing all of these platforms to the tech ecosystem so that like they can use tech to like scale their operations and get more customers and stuff like that. So you see, tech is there to help us.
Okay. You've been listening to Milton to Hamilton. Talk to us about marketing and how you can scale your business using marketing. I still need some, I know you say it's not overnight though, but what is that one thing that would do that to look like magic? Yes, there are some things that people might be doing wrong. They are going the wrong way about it. But can you tell me something that is like foolproof to work, that will work if you implement it?
So sadly, I can't tell you something that looks like magic, and that's a notion I want people not to have about marketing. So I will go against that till I die, because I've worked with like a company that grew from nothing to like over 1 million users in Africa, right? And I know like the amount of like blood, sweat, and tears that we put into our marketing, and that didn't happen overnight, right? Literally. But I think what I would say is you should prioritize testing different things, right? Testing like different iterations, having like different campaigns, and just know what works exactly, right? And if you ever want to do influencer marketing is like something that can work well for you if you actually do it very well. But one thing people do with influencer marketing is they try to get influencers just because like these influencers have followers. Don't go for followers, go for community, right?
Oh, okay.
Right, don't go for like people that have like so much followers and stuff. Like, go for people that's they are in line with your brand. So if I have like a cloth brand, why am I getting an influencer that talks about like something else that is not cloth, right? If I have like a makeup brand, why am I getting an influencer that talks about shoes, right? So there has to be that influencer business fit. And also go for people that they have a community that can die for them. Right. That's why, I love people like David.
I can live for them.
That can live for them, right? So like these are things that you need to like know. But again, it's like a long-term game, and just try to play the long-term game. All
right. Thank you very much. Is there anything you think that I didn't ask you but you like to add?
None for now, actually. None for now. You've asked the right questions.
That made me so happy. Okay, I want to just play a little game with you again.
Yeah.
Just to know where your head is at in terms of everything, right? So this is it, this or that kind of question. So I know the answer to this first question, but iPhone or Android?
Come on. Come on.
Let's go.
iPhone, of course.
That means then you go with the MacBook instead
of course.
Windows.
Yeah.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Why?
I don't have TikTok on my phone. I'm sorry.
Do you know that people started getting installing TikTok this year? A lot of people, maybe because of the money. But I just want to see what the intrigue is about. Yeah. Okay, pizza or burgers?
Both. Is that possible?
No.
This is a hard one. Yeah, pizza. Pizza.
Okay. I was craving this one. Okay. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Smoothies or juice?
Smoothie.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Beach vacation or mountain retreat?
Beach, come on.
But you have not gone to the beach since you came. So
I've lived on an island.
Are you really a beach person?
I've lived on an island.
Are you really? How can you come to an island and you've not gone to the beach?
No, I'm not talking about I've literally lived on an island.
Why did you leave the island you were living on?
Well, I left Nigeria.
The island in Rivers?
No, I've lived on an island, not Lagos Island. In Kigali.
Where? In Kigali.
Yeah.
Moving on. Hiking or cycling?
No. Cycling.
Cycling. Okay. Reading books or watching movies?
Reading books.
Marvel or DC?
Come on, Marvel. What's DC?
You I was waiting for you to say the wrong thing. Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay. Early riser or night owl? I know the answer to that.
What do you think is the answer?
Night owl.
No, I wake up very early.
Really? But you sleep late too, right?
Yeah, well, nah, I don't.
You
sleep
don't?
late. Like I sleep very early, and I'm up
That
like
means
by 4 or
I was
5 a.m.
I didn't inform you properly. team brainstorming or solo planning?
Team. I'm a team guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think. What is the last book that you read?
The last book that I read, I'm currently reading it right now. It's a novel. It's the why am I forgetting the name of this novel? The Theory of Not Everything. Yeah.
By whom?
I mean I can't remember the name of the author, but it's The Theory of Not Everything.
Okay. If you're stuck on an island, that island that is, they said you cannot leave and you could only have the choice to eat one meal. What meal would that be? For like a month.
For like a month?
Yeah.
Rice and beef sauce. I love beef so much.
Really?
Yeah, Korean beef sauce is the best.
Korean beef.
Yeah.
Is it different from Nigerian beef?
Yeah, like the beef sauce.
Right. I'm not talking about the sauce. I'm talking about the beef.
Yeah, it's actually The
it's
chicken
different.
Chicken is own different.
But beef is different from chicken.
Sorry? Beef is different from chicken.
So the beef, is it different from Nigerian beef?
Yeah. Even the chicken is different from Nigerian chicken.
How? I don't understand. It's not no.
Same thing I asked. Same thing I asked. But when I tasted it, like the taste, the feel, it's very, very different.
That means the beef that sticks in my teeth in Nigeria might not do the same thing if I ate it there.
I don't know, fam.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you so much
on
for having me.
TekTalk. Like, follow, and subscribe.